Another important point about Devorah, before we go on to the next character, what Devorah did in her songs and her poems, she complimented the tribes that joined them, and she told them, the ones that didn't join, she said they weren't okay, just like a mother scolds her children. She said you didn't behave in mutual responsibility. It's a very nice attribute that a mother is an educator. She tells them what's right and what's wrong and what has to be corrected. That's why I think that we need to build a very strong organization of women that will give an example, an education, and a framework, the correct framework for each and every woman, that she will know how we can advance toward that same single family in which we'll feel peaceful. About an organization, that's more at the public level. We're another minute, we're at the end of the show, and I'd still like to we'll do another discussion. There's a lot to talk about. I would like to conclude, make a summarize here, not to the public, but not about an organization that will take us forward in Israeli society. I'd like us to describe to ourselves now one woman who hears this discussion today. How can we talk to her and tell her and speak directly into her heart in a manner that she will feel and connect to her ability to advance those around her toward the direction of one family, apart from her public acts? And how can she, in her circles, spheres of influence, how can she advance this vision, this wonderful vision you're describing of building the new society that will be like one family? Let's talk about it. To conclude our first discussion on this subject, let me maybe say it in a general manner and not privately for a woman. I would say like this: we are still in a general crisis that maybe not everyone feels it, but we will feel it soon, all of us, that this is the case. This general crisis is due to us not being one family, not being connected. That is the reason for the crisis. This crisis began from the time of Adam and Eve, and it has to finish when we finish it, or 6,000 years of the world as it is written. If we drag it out, it will take another few hundred years, but we can reach the correction. Not that the world won't exist after these 6,000 years, but the correction has to end. But it will either end in a very difficult manner that will go into a greater, deeper crisis in everything we're in, or we'll correct. The correction is actually to bring everyone to this image of a single family. If we look at it, we understand that in that, the main role falls on women. Therefore, every woman must understand that the correction of the world, the good of tomorrow, the light for her personal family, for the entire world that are dependent on one another, for her children, for her grandchildren, it all depends how she will awaken women's hearts to being responsible for the future of the world. And then, not the young generation, and not men, and not some, nothing, just women, which is more than half of the world, that they will get up and demand from men, finally, like a woman says, in the family, enough. I can't carry on like this. Everything has to change here. Let's correct the situation. Let's arrange it differently. We need to organize things. She always demands. These things always come from the side of the woman, not from the man. The man is always passive. He'll go after the woman. Just like in every family, in every culture, whatever happens, it comes from nature. Doesn't matter what religion, what what civilization, the woman inside the house, she determines what a house is. And now that the planet is becoming the home for everyone, a woman needs to determine. It's not that us men can just leave ourselves out of it and we can just wait for her to call us off the couch. But we have to do something, just the opposite. We have to give her all the options to shake up the whole world toward correction. And also in our educating our home, the small framework, and also in wider frameworks, right up to the role of Miriam in the entire world.